I was thinking of this man on Saturday after Glover Teixeira did his thing, because he is obviously linked to Glover and it's his division. And so I thought, you know what? Let's call upon one of the best analysts and fighters in the game to help make sense of it all. And so without further ado, our final guest of the day. Oh, Joe called an audible on me. I was just about to go. Okay, low bandwidth.
We can do audio with him.
No, we don't want to do audio with Anthony Smith. I mean, Anthony Smith is a good-looking fellow. I want to see his face. Usually he's got top-notch quality internet. Bandwidth low. He's on a bus. Okay, I guess we have to do audio. Anthony?
Yeah, I'm right here.
You're on a bus?
I'm on a bus, Ariel.
What are you doing on a bus?
I'm driving to Kansas City for Monday Night Football.
You're kidding me.
No.
How far are you from Kansas City?
I don't know. We'll probably, 30 minutes maybe.
You couldn't have drove after the appearance? It's only like 20 minutes.
No, the Kansas City is like 4 hours from where I live, Ariel.
There he is. Wait, are you driving the bus, Anthony?
Yeah. No, I'm riding.
Wait, whose bus is this?
One of my friends.
This is amazing. Is it like a Volkswagen Westphalia bus? Because that's my dream car.
No, it's like a old, like short school bus.
Oh my gosh.
Painted red.
He owns it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
No, I'm not actually. I'm not.
So why are you going to this game? Why are you going to this game?
I don't know. Monday Night Football just sounded like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it is a fun thing to do. Well, thanks for doing this.
I do that. I actually do stuff like that a lot. Like I'll go with my friends and go like support their team and just mingle like in their groups. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you're going to tailgate and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you squeezing us in here while you're on your bus ride to Kansas City.
I do some weird shit here.
Yes, I mean this is a good one. I like it. I like the lighting in there. Can you give us a quick tour of the bus? Can you turn the camera around?
We're giving a tour of the bus, Sean.
Yeah, put your pants on, guys. All right, yay!
There we go.
Look at that. A lot of Chiefs fans. By the way, could you ask your friends? Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I think I presume they're big Chiefs fans. These guys that you're with.
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, maybe, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I missed the Sunday night game a couple weeks ago when the Bills played the Chiefs. Can you ask them who won that game? I'm just curious. I missed it. Ask them who won that game.
Oh man, Howie, he wants to know who won the Chiefs versus Bills game. He missed it.
The Bills did.
That's right. You could show them this.
He went to bed early. He missed it.
You could show them this shot right here. Oh, that's right. Bills Mafia, baby. Bills Mafia, baby. All right, sorry. Now let's talk business, Anthony.
You're good. You're good.
It's a little choppy, but we're gonna fight through it. What did you think when you saw Glover Teixeira, a guy that you'll always be linked to? You fought him back in May of 2020 when he got the belt at 42 and he finally got gold. What was going through your mind?
You know, if you would have told me that someday I was going to be in a position where I was that happy and that proud of somebody, like for winning something that I want so bad, I would have told you were crazy. But I wanted to cry watching it. To be honest with you, it was just a really cool moment. I was really happy for him. I know the work that goes into it. I know the sacrifice, the things he's been through. I know what his body has to feel like at his age, because I know what mine feels like right now. I've said it to you before. Like, if anything good was going to happen in the world, it would be Glover Teixeira being able to retire someday as a champion. So I think all was right in the world for him that night.
Incredible. Did you think he would win going into the fight? Did you think he would win? And if you thought he would win, did you think it would be like that, like pure dominance, or maybe a 3-2, 4-1 decision?
I wasn't sure. I knew he had the power in his hands, and I said all week that the first guy that ended up on top was likely going to win the fight. They're both dominant grapplers, but not from the back. They're both really top pressure heavy guys. So I thought if Glover could get on top, he could wear him out for sure. And he hit Jan with the same overhand left he hit me with. That changed the whole game for me as well. It is funny though for all the people that used to trash me all the time about how bad Glover beat me up. Had Jan been able to handle what was going on in that fight with him, I think it would have looked exactly the same. Jan just didn't start the fight off as well as I did. So I think that loss has aged really well for me right now.
Absolutely. If someone would have told you around the time that you fought him that eventually he would win the belt, would you have believed them?
Before?
No, after your fight. Like, hey, this guy is actually gonna.
For sure.
Really?
For sure. Yeah. I don't want to say I underestimated him because I feel like that's taken away from what he's been able to do. But there was a lot of things I thought going into that fight that I didn't believe afterwards. I guess that's probably a better way of saying it. But afterwards, I was a believer for sure.
Like what? Like what did you think that he kind of made you a believer in?
I thought I could get him tired at some point. I thought if I landed a big shot, he would go down. I underestimated his pure toughness.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he was going to be a tough guy, but he was an aging guy. I thought if I showed him the door, he'd walk out of it, and he didn't.
Amazing. Do you think he should retire right now?
No, you can't get the title and then not cash the pay-per-view money check.
That's right.
You got to get as many of those as you can.
So it seems like Jiri is next for him. Jiri Prochazka. Who do you favor in that fight?
I'm honest with you, I think Glover.
Really?
I may not have said that before the Jan Blachowicz fight, but of course I tell myself, well, if I hadn't got hit with that one big shot, I think the game was going to be different. But he was able to land it on a guy who didn't get very many shots landed on him by Israel Adesanya. So he was able to land the big shot. He dealt with the range problem fairly well. Jan Blachowicz is really hard to take down, and he didn't have any problem doing it. So Jiri Prochazka is much more hittable than Jan Blachowicz is. Dominic Reyes hit a takedown on Jiri. If Dominic Reyes can end up on top and mounted, I have no doubt that Glover shares this.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that's that story. Your story is very interesting as well because we saw you not that long ago. Nice win for you. You keep the good vibes rolling. Everything all right? What's going on? You looking off to the side?
Oh, I'm just speaking.
Okay. Sorry.
Movement.
Sorry.
It weirded me out.
Yeah. Okay. And then you have the great line, Merry Christmas to me. You sell the T-shirts, Breaking Tea. It's great stuff. You and Alexander Rakic. Rakic says, sign me up. He's down December, last card of the year, December 18th. Now I understand, no longer a thing. Why is that?
So I knew that there was something going on with my knee, but I didn't know how bad it was. I've been kind of dealing with it for a little while anyways. I don't know, probably the last 5 fights. I haven't been able to run in training camp at all. It's been odd. Like we've had to kind of work my strength conditioning around my knee. So I kind of tweaked it in the fight when I was taking Ryan Spann's back, but I didn't want to take the hook out and lose the position, so I just left it in there. I kind of heel hooked myself essentially and tore my LCL. So it wasn't a complete tear. We did stem cells. We did the PRP injections. Thought I was going to be down for 8 weeks. Not a big deal. But because I already had other knee problems, we thought it was a perfect opportunity to go in, clean out a lot of the cobwebs and cartilage and scar tissue and just a lot of the problems I've been having with it. It wasn't going to extend my time off anymore because that's about a month in itself, and it was early enough that it wouldn't have extended anymore. So, long story short, I ended up having a whole lot more problems after the scope and got staph infection in the joint. Yeah, so now I'm on IV antibiotics for another month. They had to go back in. They had to wash it out, trim tissue, scrape the back of my kneecap. It was a disaster. So a routine, regular, 2 or 3 days down and back on my feet. That was 2.5 or 3 weeks ago. I had the original scope. I think it was 3 weeks ago, and I just now got off the crutches 3 days ago.
Wow. And was that their mess up? Like, how did you get the staph from that?
No one really knows. It could be that we were just in there so many times because once I had the tear, the first tear, my knee swelled really bad, so they were taking a lot of fluid and blood and draining it a bunch. And then we did the stem cells and PRP injections, so there was a bunch of injections and needles going in and out of the joint. And then I did the scope, so then there's the tools they used for the scope, and then they drained it again, and then they were draining it every 2 days after that, trying to get the swelling down and get the fluid off the joint. So there was just a lot of shit going in and out of my knee, in a really short period of time. So I would suspect that, there's staph on the skin anyways,
Right.
all the time. So I think just so many injections in the same area and open wounds, and, it's just I don't know, just my luck, I suppose.
Was that like an emergency thing? Oh. I was praying to the Wi-Fi gods, or whatever it is, the LTE gods, the 5G gods. Oh, he's back. Anthony, you back? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. What was that a emergency thing that you had to, when you had to go in there to clean up the staff? What transpired there? How did it go down?
Yeah, so when they drained it the last time, they sent that in to be cultured, so that the infectious disease doctors could check it out. And then the next morning, they called and said, "You got it." That was last Wednesday. They said, "You have to be here. We're going to go back in. We got to clean it up. You got to get in here now." I was like, "All right, cool. I'll go to Vegas this weekend and work the desk, and then we'll take care of it then." I thought it wasn't that big of a deal. So I was supposed to work not this last weekend, but the weekend before. And on Wednesday, they were like, "No, you have to be here in an hour." So
wow.
I was there. Yeah, I was there, and they put me back out and did it again.
So realistically, when can you return now?
I'm not 100% sure, because now I've been down. So I went from the original injury to the injections to then the scope, and now the washout. Now I start rehab tomorrow, because I've lost, there's a lot of atrophy. My left leg is significantly larger than my right leg now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to battle back from that a little bit, but I would guess February, March, April, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like the rematch is probably off the table.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like we got someone else though.
Oh. What do you mean?
I'm kind of liking this Jan Blachowicz fight.
Oh. Okay.
I'm liking this Jan Blachowicz fight.
Have you expressed that to the press?
They brought it to me.
After?
Yeah, that night.
That night?
He's ready. He wants to fight. He wants to fight again. He wants to fight soon.
But for you, I mean, you're still 5-6 months away, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not crazy injured. I'm just dealing with a lot of little stuff, infections. So, as long as we can get the infection cleared up, I don't think February is out of the question.
Okay, so you're down.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so funny.
I love that fight, and I like that guy. I like that guy. I want the Rakic fight. I want that back. But I don't think he wants to wait, which is fine. If he wants to go on and find someone else, that's fine as well. But yeah, I like the Jan Blachowicz fight.
It's funny that you say that, because first I was asking, all right, is the Rakic fight off the table? The follow-up was going to be, I expected you to say, yes, it's off the table. Oh, well, then it seems like maybe Jan would be available because he'll probably want a little bit of time off and then get right back in there. But the good folks at the UFC were quicker than I. So, wow, right on the spot on Saturday, reaching out to you. And I don't think have you ever even turned down a fight? You're not really that type of guy. And I'm assuming the former champ.
No, never.
I'm assuming the former champ makes, probably, dare I say, I don't know, the other one's personal, but this is probably just as interesting, if not more interesting than Rakic, right?
Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit. And it's because it's a funner fight. Mm-hmm. So remember I was saying, I'm trying to get to a title, and Rakic was my path to the title. He was say he's the next guy after Jiri, but he's going to have to fight again. I get to avenge that loss, and he's the highest ranked guy coming off of a win, right? So that, on top of being able to kind of, smooge my own ego, was the fight to make. Jan Blachowicz does all of those things, and I really like that guy. Mm-hmm. And think it's a better matchup. It's no secret. I've said over and over that Alexander Rakic is the toughest guy in the division for me. That's the worst possible matchup in the entire division for me. But it's a winnable fight. I know I can beat that guy. I've been in there with him. I felt him. I know what it's like. But it's the worst matchup in the division for me. Jan Blachowicz is a good dude. He's not going to run for me. He's not going to avoid the fight. He's going to get in the fire. The build up to it is going to be fun and not all the stupid shit that I hate. And he's higher ranked and a former champion.
Mm-hmm.
But how cool would it be to I don't know, fight Jan, beat him, and then Glover beats Jiri? What a storybook ending right there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think Rakic probably wants to be figured into that equation as well. But
listen, you can't figure yourself into any equations when you turn down fights all the time. I like him. I got no problems with him, but it's no secret that he's turned down several fights.
Okay. Regardless of that,
that's
your story after all the controversy, May of 2020, Jacksonville, early days of the pandemic, empty arena. You should get rid of your corner. They wronged you. They did this. You come back in there against Glover for the belt and win the title like that. That is true. I feel like your career can't end any other way. It's been such a roller coaster, your career. That is storybook stuff. That is movie stuff right there.
Yeah. Well, I remember being on the phone with you the next day. Remember that? Remember having that conversation? I was still in Florida.
Yep.
Maybe the listeners and you guys, you fans watching, I think sometimes people miss, Ariel is a fan of the sport and he truly gives a shit about the fighter. So he's never told anybody that I sat and poured my heart out. You know what I mean? He's never told anybody that. But I was kind of lost in that moment, having that conversation. The hell do we do now? This wasn't supposed to happen. And I couldn't believe what had just happened, So to go from that to, I don't know, maybe having an opportunity to if he can win and the stars align and I get that fight and I can get through Jan Blachowicz, which isn't an easy task, but it's definitely winnable. That's, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's how it's supposed to end.
Yeah. But then you have to, of course, fight him, win the belt, and then get the pay-per-view points that you were talking about. You can't retire on this. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe for a minute.
Right.
You retire in the press conference and then book a fight the next week.
Well, the movie could end with you winning the belt. The movie doesn't have to end with it ends with the title victory, and then people can go figure out what else happened on the back end. But the movie, the actual film, the script ends that night. Wow. Okay, I love this. This is fun. So I'm just gonna put the tweet out now. Breaking news: Anthony Smith, Jan Blachowicz booked for February. Accurate? Inaccurate? I'm just joking. I'm kidding.
I was there's nothing booked. I'm still a little bit banged up.
I'm kidding.
Well, we should just put it out. We should just put it out there though, and just have it go, and we'll just start booking press conferences and shit. And UFC just like, well, look, he did our job for us.
Listen, not the first time that I do the UFC's job for them, if we're being honest, but it's with pleasure. It's. I'm just kidding.
Ioane strikes again.
That's right. Should we talk about Houston? No, I don't think we're ready to talk about Houston just yet. The early days of Heel. We'll save that for another time, Anthony.
Yeah. I can't wait to tell that story.
It is a good story, isn't it? It's one of the all-time greats.
I had a couple people call me after we talked about that, like close friends, not fight-related people. They were like, "What is Ariel talking about?" And I told them the story. Beginning to end, and they were like, "No way, Ariel Helwani for life." That's what they kept saying. So they'll tweet it and hashtag in our group messages sometimes, Ariel Helwani for life.
That's right.
It's funny.
That's right. They don't know. They don't know what they're dealing with. A story for a different day. For now, thank you for joining us from the bus. Can you tweet us after when you're done? Can you tweet us a picture? Is there Chiefs logos on this bus? It's red. I want to visualize what this bus looks like.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If you can do that for me.
Yeah, I'll get you some pictures.
All right. Thank you. Text, tweet, whatever you want. Enjoy the game tonight. Thank you for doing this. I'm happy to hear that you're okay. And I love the idea of this Jan fight. Thank you for sharing that with us. And thanks as always for doing this, Anthony.
Thanks, Ariel. Take care, brother.
All right. There he is, Anthony Smith. Coincidentally, the connection got it was the best at the very end over there. Did you guys notice that, or was it just me? So that's fun. That is fun.